So today I have a new series that I'm going to be starting, and I was really thinking about it. I was unsure if I wanted to do it or not, but I think it's really important. There are so many things I think nowadays in life that we have sort of gotten away from, and I think it's important to stay close to those things throughout our lives because they're important and they mold your character. And one of those things is thank you cards. So this is going to be a little series on etiquette, especially for us girls, because I feel like we're so we see so many things on television and in magazines that are just, they're belittling to women, and they don't make us look like we have a lot of respect for ourselves. And I think if we can all just be, embrace the fact that we are women in a mature and modest way, then that's awesome. And this is kind of one of those things that I think is just like the steps. There's some steps on being a lady and being classy that I think are really important, and I want to talk to you guys about them because they're important to me. And my grandmother, who watches my videos, so hi Nani, she always taught me, and my aunt always taught me to write thank you cards. So I have a love for stationery stores, paper stores, and all of that. And I'm going to go through some steps that you should take when writing a thank you card. So let's get started. So first of all, when sending a thank you card, when do you send it? Send it as soon as you can. So you get that gift, you get whatever it is in the mail, or someone attends something for you, you want to get it out as soon as possible. I recommend keeping a little address book of like family and friends that you would write to often with you, so that you would never have an excuse not to, and you always have stamps and thank you card or thank you note set with you. So but you should definitely be as on time about it as possible. If it's for a bigger event like a wedding or something like that, you have about a month, I would say, to get your thank you cards out. But definitely if it's a gift or something, try to do it within a week of receiving it, and you should be good to go. Okay, number 2 is what to write. When you're addressing an envelope, you have to use specific etiquette. So if you're writing to a family member or a friend, you can write their name on the envelope, and it doesn't need to be formal. It doesn't need to say, Dr. so-and-so. It can say, Mr. and Mrs. When you write to them in the card, you can also put their first name if that's appropriate, or, dear grandma, dear Joe, dear John, that kind of thing. It doesn't need to say dear Mr. and Mrs. blah, 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 blah. You can sign your name, just your first name, and you don't need to say your full name. When you're writing to someone like, let's say, Mr. Businessman or Mr. Doctor, well, you can say doctor, blah, blah, blah. So you would put their full name, and you would sign the card saying your full name as well. And you want to avoid abbreviations when you're talking about like cities, or you would never want to abbreviate the word doctor, things like that. You wouldn't want to abbreviate the word New York. So you use formal writing when you're writing to someone that's not like related to you or is not like a close family friend. Okay, so once you've addressed it, now what do you write? Well, if you received a gift from someone and you are simply writing a thank you note to say thank you for the gift, you always want to make it personal. Now, you may have had a sweet 16 party, a graduation, and your friends may have gotten you something, or like your parents' friends may have gotten you something, and you may not be that close with that person, you might not know them that well. Everyone still likes to feel very personal when getting a thank you note. So if you got a gift, you're going to want to say how much you've enjoyed it, how you maybe how you're going to use it, or each time you see it you think of them, sort of that kind of thing. If you were at an event, a party, a dinner, you might want to say how you enjoyed the food or the entertainment, and thank them for their hospitality. And you just always want to go the extra step to really elaborate on your appreciation for the person. So when you have finished your card, you can put the stamp on it and send it in the post office. Now, if you're wondering where to get stationery or thank you notes, you can get them even at your local drugstore. I recommend, though, having a stash of nicer, more formal cards that you can purchase at a paper store. I really like Papyrus, Crane & Co. The paper store online is awesome. There are tons of stationery stores online that you can go to. I'm going to link some of my favorites in the down bar, but I'm also going to show you my favorite writing utensils and some favorite thank you cards that I have and some little stickers and extra things. So let's go to that now. So this is my stationery box that I picked up at a craft store. It's just a little filing cabinet. I recommend getting a little box where you can keep all of your stationery supplies and whatnot. So I'm just going to show you some things that I have. You can get stationery sets like this one. It's just a little Paris theme. Oops. And you can get the cards already in there with the envelopes at the bottom, and sometimes they even come with pens, which is really nice. This is another example of a stationery set that comes with thank you cards, and I've got some pens in there as well. And these are just good for everyday thank you cards. But if you're sending a formal one, I recommend Crane & Company. They have amazing, beautiful paper and stationery. And these are my formal cards for thank you notes, or just everyday sort of notes that I would need to send. You know, a sympathy card maybe, or or a celebratory kind of card. I recommend having variegated colors and sizes and patterns of thank you cards. These I picked up for a few bucks at Target. They're just thank you cards in different colors. This one's horizontal and this one, or excuse me, this one's horizontal and this one is vertical. And then I also keep different sizes and blank cards. So this one was a set from Target as well. As you can see, it's just a full sheet of paper, and then you get the smaller envelopes and cards in the back. And then I also like to have stickers. My best friend La and I always send like pen pal letters to each other, and we're Hello Kitty obsessed. So I have a plethora of Hello Kitty stickers. And then along with the Hello Kitty stickers, I have some little cute like owls. So if someone has a birthday or something, it's like a little girl or like a friend of mine, I'll use an owl. And then I have these really cute little Disney stickers that I love just because they're really cute. And then you should always have stamps. I'm running out of stamps, so I need to get more. And then what I recommend doing is having a little address book. This is my Filofax planner. And whenever I have an event or something, I'll mark where I need to have a thank you note. But in the back here, I have a little address book so that I can easily, find the address of the person that I am writing to. And if I ever get a card from someone and I don't have them in my address book, I always write it down, because chances are if they're writing to me, I'm going to need to write to them one day too. So those are all of my tips. Thanks for watching.